And we are live. All right, everybody. Welcome and thank you for being here. Still working on getting the Elgato up and running, guys. So it's going to be a little bit longer before we can actually do any Rocket League streaming, but I'm working on it. All right, I promise. Just kidding. I'm actually not. I'm not working on it. I did watch Over the Hedge. So you guys will be happy to know that. I was able to watch that over break. What did you guys do over break? Hello. It's good to be back. I realized early on in this process, I'm drinking a Coke. You have to excuse me if I make weird mouth noises. I'm sorry. I realized early on in this process that the days go by faster if you have something to do. I did. I realized that. So that is awesome. Keep yourselves busy and the days go by faster. What have you guys been doing to stay busy? If you are here in the chat, please say hello. Nikki, that's true. I gotta be honest, man. I didn't like it. Well, it's not that I didn't like it. I didn't think it was the best movie of all time. I disagree. Here's the deal. The main character, the squirrel or whatever he is, was kind of a turd ball for like the entire movie until the very, very end. You never gathered any actual emotional connection with the character. He was just a butt. It didn't do it for me. It's going up against Up. It's going up against Monsters, Inc. It's going up against, I don't know what else. Inside Out. What are the other Pixar movies? It was okay. It had some good parts. I really liked the subtle commentary on suburban America. Like that, I actually thought was hilarious. And if they had made more fun of like suburban white people, I think that would have been better. I say that, of course, as somebody who lives in the suburbs and is also white. I understand the irony of that sentence, but I do find some of the culture of that hilarious. It's not a redemption story. It's not. Here's the problem. A redemption story means that you have to feel sorry for the character in the first place. I never felt sorry for, what was the main character's name? See, that's the problem. There's no connection. I don't remember who the character was. I don't feel any connection with them. It's not a redemption story because in order to be a redemption story, you have to feel sorry for the person who needs redemption. I didn't feel sorry for him. I thought it would have been a better movie if the bear just ate him. Like, that would have been a good movie. All right? If the bear just gone, eats him, one bite. And that would have been like, see, kids, don't be a turd ball. That would have been a good message to send, right? But the basic message that this movie sent was that it's okay to be a turd ball as long as you make some completely impossible act to redeem yourself in the end. Like, no. Listen, he had easier ways to redeem himself than what he ended up doing, which was a complete disaster. Driving a truck as a squirrel. No. All right. So anyway, did like the commentary on suburban America though. That I enjoyed. Get outside. Why is my dog going crazy again? This is twice now in the span of like. Could text my wife and ask her, but here I could walkie-talkie her and see. I don't know if she'll answer it or not. She might. I'm not sure. If she does, you'll be able to hear it on the thing here. Hey, what you're live on the stream right now. I'm just curious as to why he's going crazy again.
Because two old biddies thought our driveway was a good place to talk.
Okay, thank you. So it would be boring without any conflict, I guess. I guess that's true. I needed to feel more sorry for the squirrel. Like maybe if they had done some character development for RJ. Sorry. Maybe if they had done some like character development for RJ to set it up first of saying like, you know, why he needed to like steal from the bear in the first place. But really it was just you didn't feel sorry for him. Nikki, I don't know. There's a chance we're going back to school. There's a chance we aren't. Do you guys want to see the updates of data at least? You can kind of take a look. Here's our graph of data for what's going on with COVID so far. So we've had some increasing growth over the past week where, let's see, this was yesterday. So this was Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So this was spring break starting at day 30. So this is what happened over the week of spring break. So you can see that there has been a lot of growth. The blue dots are the total number of cases. The red dots are the new cases averaged out every 3 days. The reason you want to do that is to just remove some of the noise, because if you showed only the new cases every single day, that's column H here, you can see it ebbs and it flows. Like on March 29th, we had a huge day of new cases, but then it dropped back down. And then we've had more big days, and April spring break week had a lot of big days. So when we just take the 3-day total, we kind of average out some of that statistical noise, and we get an overall better picture of what's going on. So you can see that the daily number of cases has still been going up. So we haven't hit our peak yet, but it is probable that we will reach our peak soon. Our doubling rate is slowing down, which is good. That means how many days in between a doubling of the cases. That's getting slower, and that's a good sign. So, you know, there is some hope that maybe I think this will peak in the next couple of weeks, but whether or not we'll be able to go to school in May or not, I really don't know. I think there's a chance, but it might really be like the last week of May. I think the first couple weeks of May will still be out. I don't think we'll be going back until towards the end of May, if at all. So I don't know. I don't have the answers, but that's my prediction. I think she sent the dog down here so that he would stop being crazy. Hi, puppy. Hello, puppy. Oh, okay. Do you send him down here so that he would... Kiki, oh. Oh, so one of the neighbor's dogs just decided to hang out in our driveway, apparently. Yeah, he's fine. He can hang out down here. He can stay on the stream with us. That's fine. And you're right, Nikki. So, you know, if we do go back, seniors are not going to have very much time before this year is over for them, and there is a chance that we won't go back at all. I really don't know. Oh, thank you. Do we have to go back? I don't know, dude. So, all right, Mo. So, go lay down. Lay down. Down. You're not listening. This is what I do when I tell him to do something. He just stares at me. Momo, down. Nope. Down. Okay, that's a sit. I'll take a sit. You a good pupper? You're a good pupper. All right, so anyway, where was I? Face reveal? What are you talking about? I'm so confused. My face has always been revealed. Oh, basement reveal, I mean, is really what it is. I don't know, though. I'm not sure. Oh, my wife. Was she on the stream? I honestly don't know what Kevin, I don't know what you mean by that comment. That's fine. So, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be back or not. No, you cannot take a house tour. You can take a tour of my basement. You saw the one side. Over there on the other side, we've got, let's see. How can I get over there? Oh no, I'm in the way. So far, the house tour is going great. Got a little area for music over there, guitar, keyboard, a couple of amps, a rower that I occasionally exercise on, believe it or not. Could probably be doing a little bit more of that, but, couldn't we all? And then, yeah, you saw the rest of my basement, so. But where was I? I don't know if we're going back or not. Let's not worry about it. Let's take it one day at a time. Are we doing a good job of flattening the curve? We're doing decent. We could be doing better. We could be doing better. If we did a great job of flattening the curve, we'd already be at the peak. But we did an okay job, which means the peak will probably happen sometime next week. So we're doing a decent job. Well, I live in the middle of nowhere, so that really helps because you can get more space when you live in the middle of nowhere. So that is why. And yeah, the most of the stuff in this basement was very inexpensive. So I don't live that bougie of a life. Don't get the wrong idea. But thank you though. I like my house. It's a comfortable place to live. So anyway, what else was I going to talk about? Okay, grades. Google Classroom grades have been updated. So let me go back to the gloom and doom. Let me go back to the Google Classroom. So when we talk about anything in the e-learning section, Circuit Quiz 1 has been graded and returned. How do batteries work? A TED Ed activity has been graded and returned. Those will be going into PowerSchool as soon as the stream is over. Those will be going into PowerSchool as test grades. Everything's a test grade now. That's not a school policy. That's a Mike Baker policy. Everything is a test grade, and the reason that I want to do that is I want to give you actual incentive to do the assignments. Because everything is a test grade, it has real potential to actually increase your grade. Yay. I will not use these to lower your grade unless you don't do them at all. Starting next week, if you do not do them at all, like literally you just don't do them, then I will be able to put in the NE that you guys are used to doing, no evidence, and it will lower your grade. But if you make an effort, your grade will not be lowered. Here's what happens. Let's say you've got a B in the class. Let's say I give you a quiz and you get a C on it. I will not put that grade in. I will return it to you. I will tell you, here's what you got wrong, and you can resubmit it and say, you fix your mistakes, you resubmit it, then I give you the grade that actually boosts your grade, not lowers it. So I hope that makes sense. All I'm trying to say, really, what I'm trying to say is that there's basically unlimited retakes, but they're not really even retakes. You do an assignment, you don't get a better grade than you currently have in the class on it. You can fix any mistakes that you made, turn it back in, and I'll grade it again. And you can rinse and repeat as many times as it takes. Okay? So that's already, the case for a couple people on this first quiz that I posted. If you made, some mistakes on it that would lower your grade, I told you what you got wrong. I returned it to you. So it's been returned to you. You should have got an email from me. You can fix your mistakes and resubmit it, and then you will get the credit for it that will raise your grade. Until then, it's going to be in PowerSchool as missing. Okay? If there's any questions on that, please ask them in the chat so that I can answer them. Now, as far as going forward, I'm going to post another circuit quiz. As soon as we're done with this chat, I'm going to post this. It's going to be bigger, so it's going to be worth more points. All right? It's going to be due Thursday night, so by Friday morning, it's going to be due. So you're going to have a couple of days to work on it, and it has real potential to raise your grade. And what happens if you do poorly on it? Then I give it back to you, and you can try again, and you can keep trying as many times as it takes until you get to a score that actually raises your grade. If you don't do it at all, then that could be bad for you. I don't know yet, because I don't know if Fenton is going to allow me to put in NEs. I don't know. We'll get more information on that next week. So if there's any questions on that policy, ask them. Basically, everything is test points. because everything is test points, it's going to help your grade go up. Grades cannot go down if you make an effort. If you turn the assignment in, even if you do badly on it, I'll grade it, return it to you, and you can try again. That's the gist of it. If there's questions on that, ask them. I love, by the way, I wanted to talk about this for a second. I love, by the way, on how on this TED Ed assignment that I posted, that you guys will get points for, I love how a few of you guys opened up discussions, and I responded to all of these and added some. And remember that you guys can respond to each other as well. I really appreciate the fact that you, David and Diego here, actually responded to each other and talked to each other a little bit. And just remember that you can do that too. And I love the fact that you guys opened up these discussions. So I answered, a few of them. Actually, yeah. Ashley had a good question that I responded to. So go back on TED Ed and check those out. I don't know if you get an email notification when somebody responds to a post that you started or not. But go back on TED and look at those, because there were some interesting questions and there could be interesting discussion happening there, and I think that's really cool. So anyway, I'm just going to kind of wrap it up here now, honestly, because I don't have too much else to say. Did we ever go over the quiz? Did we ever go over the quiz? This quiz, Circuit Quiz 2020. I don't think we ever did. Although the thing is that there's still the chance out there for people to resubmit it. So I'm not going to give away all the answers. Oh, and Nikki says we did go over it, so that's fine. So, and Paul says no. I don't know. Go on to my YouTube channel and find out. Let's see. Channel videos, Physics Live. I don't know if we did go over it. I don't know if we did. Some people say yes and some people say no. And I don't know who Bobo Di Bobo is. And your thumbnail is 32 pixels by 32 pixels, so I can't even tell what your thumbnail is either. Oh, okay. Oh, we went over it on Zoom. Thanks, friends. So yes, some of the streams were on Zooms, right? So that's why they're not going to be on my YouTube channel, because I didn't feel comfortable putting those on YouTube because you guys are in them, and I didn't feel comfortable doing that public on YouTube. But yeah, okay, so the Zooms that were pre-recorded are posted. And so, yeah, so you guys can go back and watch those on there. Now, anyway, though, I know, Arik, there's a delay between when I say something and when, so you probably said who you were after it. There's like a lag. There's a delay between the feed. So that's why. But thank you. Anyway, you'll have to tell me, what's the backstory behind Bobo de Bobo? What is the backstory behind that? I want to know. So anyway, what's going to happen? There's going to be a test that I'm going to post as soon as we're done with this stream. You guys need to do that test. It cannot be used to lower your grade. It will only be used to improve your grade. So if you do poorly on it, I'll send it back to you with what you did wrong, and you can fix your mistakes and resubmit it. We will reconvene again to go over it and talk about more stuff, and then we're going to move on to magnets, which is actually where, like, David and Diego in the discussion were talking about cars and the alternator and the battery. We'll talk about magnets and induction and how the car actually takes the mechanical rotation of the engine and turns that into electricity that it uses to charge the battery. So that'll be the next unit that will actually start next week. But I'm going to post the test. The test will be due Thursday by midnight, or really by Friday morning. I'll grade it Friday morning, and then we'll kind of take it from there. So that is the plan. Are there any questions at all? If not, please get outside. It is the nicest day we've had so far. Get outside, socially distanced from each other, but get outside one way or the other and enjoy this beautiful day. And are there any questions that I can answer before I go for good? Arik, I'm still waiting for the backstory behind Bobo to Bobo. So you can share that anytime you want. In the meantime, I'm going to read some text messages about school. Interesting. So there is some stuff. I was asking about what Fenton's policies are going to be starting next week, and there is some stuff that's being discussed, but it's not ready to be shared yet. But the gist of it that I can tell you right now is that your grades will be able to go down. I am personally saying to you that if you put the effort, I am not going to lower your grade. But if you don't do any of the work, then I will. But if you make an effort, I'm going to let you keep working on it until you get it right. Or if you don't want to keep working on it, but you at least made an effort, then I'm just going to say, all right, it's over, and I'm not going to use it to lower your grade. So the only way for me that your grades are going to go down is if you literally do nothing. So if you do nothing of the stuff that I post, your grade is going down. If you put the effort in, it will not. That Fenton is going to have more policy out there officially, but it's not ready to share yet. It's still being discussed and talked about, so I can't share anything else with you guys yet at this time. But that is what I know so far. That we will start using grades again, and they will be allowed to lower your course semester grade. But me personally, I'm only going to be doing that if you are just not trying and not doing the work at all. So if that makes sense to everybody, then good. If it doesn't make sense, then ask a question in the chat. Arik says, okay, cool story, bro. What is your thumbnail of? I don't know if I actually want to know the answer to that. But yeah. So if there's anything else that I can answer, I'll answer it, but there aren't any questions in the chat. So what I'll do is I'll stick around for another couple of seconds to just make sure that I answer any questions that you guys post in the next couple of seconds. Otherwise, I'm out. Ooh. Will any assignments that were put out during school but bled into the quarantine still apply to the grade not falling thing? Why no Zoom? We might still do Zooms. I just, this was just easier. I don't know. This is easier because then the replay is on YouTube right away. I don't have to upload it to Google Drive and then post it to Classroom. The replay is just done and it's there, so YouTube is a little bit easier for that. I don't know. Zoom is great if a lot of people show up, but if only a few people show up to the Zoom, it's kind of depressing. So if you guys can make a commitment to being there and we can get like a big group, I would love to get like a majority of the class showing up, then we'll do more Zooms for sure as time goes on. I just want to keep it fresh. I don't want to do the same thing every day. You know what I'm saying? So will any assignments that were put out during school but bled into the quarantine still apply to the grade not falling thing? No, because, well, yes, because there's no mechanism for you to like to retake them. I can't hand them back to you. I'm not going to mail them. And I do still have like a lot of assignments to grade. Like I said, I caught up on all my e-learning grading, but I brought home with me like a bunch of assignments that I collected before I left that I haven't graded yet. A lot of that's chemistry. I think there's only a little physics. This is my only physics class, yeah. And yeah, you know, we can definitely, if you want to Zoom bomb me, that would be fantastic. I would not have a problem with that. I would kick everybody out who didn't belong there, but I mean, it would be funny for the time being, as long as nobody was doing anything inappropriate. I mean, if somebody's like being weird or doing something wrong, that would be kind of like, no, man, not cool. But I think I would probably make it so that I would just turn off everybody's camera. Zoom is like, there's a lot of ways to keep Zooms safe. Everyone freaking out about Zoom bombing is just because nobody actually knows how to use Zoom. But if you know how to use Zoom, you can easily prevent yourself from being Zoom bombed. So, I don't know that you guys don't care about that. It's not a topic of interest to you, so I'm sorry. So I'm gonna stop here. If there's any more questions, ask them in the chat. I'll be around for another couple of minutes. I'll post that test that I was talking about. You guys will take that test, and we will talk again soon. Go outside alone, but go outside. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for watching.